Hello Facebook, hello YouTube. This is Ruben, and I'm here again back with another Ruben Report. And today we're going to be talking about two potential upgrades you can do to your motorcycle to help it perform better. Alright, in my video of my Q&A video, I talked about the differences between the RX3 and the RX4, and I also talked a little bit about my buyer's remorse that I had in comparison to the RX3 and the RX4. And one of those things that I talked about was that the RX4 had a lot of different technology on it. You know, with the TFT dash, it shows your MPG in real time, and it also shows your tire pressure and tire temperature in real time. And I did a little bit of research, and one of the things that I found was that you can purchase these little tire pressure sensors off of Amazon. And so that's what I did. I found this little set off of Amazon for about 30 bucks. Alright, they look like that, and put those on. And I'm actually really glad that I found them and I put them on there, because I also found out that the front tire, when I did put them on, was at 19 psi, and the back tire was at 24 psi. Yeah, so that was severely under the CSC recommended tire pressure. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put a little screenshot of what the app looks like, so you can see what the tire pressure and tire temperature is right now. Alright, so now that you guys see how that looks like, I'm very glad that I got this little set. It does pretty much the same thing that RX4 does. Displays everything in real time, and it's very helpful you know, on your ride, to let you know how hot your tires are getting, to optimize the grip, and to ensure that you keep them inflated at the proper tire pressure level, so that you can have optimal performance. Okay, so the next thing that you guys could get, and what it is that I got as well, was this. This is Lucas upper cylinder lubricant. This was very highly recommended by a lot of other CSC motorcycle owners out there, and just motorcycle owners in general. This is supposed to keep your injectors clean, but it also is supposed to increase your fuel mileage. So what I decided to do was air up the tires to the proper PSI level, and I put this in the gas tank on a full tank, and decided to commute all the way to work. And yeah, so we're going to see how the bike performs now with the Lucas oil in there, or the Lucas upper lubricant in there, along with having the tires properly inflated. I am doing, in the gas tank, I have 87 octane. I've always been using 87 octane, and so we'll see how that goes. See you on soon. Alright, hello everybody. This is some footage of me leaving work. I didn't record the coming into work because it was dark out, so I only got the footage of me leaving. But anyway, as you guys can see, I have a new camera. The watermark for the camera is down in the lower left corner, and I'm really glad I got this new camera, because as you can see, the quality is absolutely amazing, and it is a night and day difference with the old camera. This camera versus the old camera, I paid about, I think, 140. No. No, the camera I paid about a little over $100 for this one, and then I paid an extra 20 something odd dollars. So everything came out to about $130 for this camera and 2 extra batteries is what I paid the extra 20 something dollars for. So that, in comparison to the old camera came with 2 batteries already, and I paid around 40 something dollars. So you see the big difference. I mean, you kind of get what you pay for with these cameras. But anyway, I'm very glad that I went ahead and made the extra initial investment, because this is definitely a way better camera. And as far as quality is concerned, not only the image quality is great, but also the sound quality on this camera is amazing as well. I just decided to not include it in this video just because I like to do the voiceover. I think I will release this video, I guess the long version, later, if you guys are interested in that. It's like over an hour long, because I live so far away. But I'll do that, and then you guys can actually hear how the bike was performing and everything that was going on in the background. All right. Yeah, the features on this camera, not only can it shoot in 4K, it has the image stabilization. It can do wide angle, has a little remote control. It comes in a box with a whole bunch of different stuff. So basically, you buy the camera. It comes all already with a bunch of accessories to like mount it to your helmet and whatnot, which is great because for someone who's just starting out, like myself, on YouTube or trying to do some motor vlogging, you most likely don't have to buy any other kit or mounting brackets off of Amazon because it comes with everything already. Now, as far as mounting position is concerned, from the last video that I did, I mount the camera on top of my helmet, and I do that because the type of helmet that I have is a modular helmet, and I know most people, they mount the camera pretty much on their chin, but for me, doing that, 1, blocks airflow, and then 2, also blocks the latch that allows me to open my helmet. So I decided to put it on the top of my helmet instead of in the front. And I angled it in such a position where you guys could see the speedometer. And then occasionally I lift my head up so that you guys can see the scenery around. But, let me know in the comments what it is that you guys would prefer. I might even invest in getting a new helmet just so I can have that, chin mount. So you guys could be able to see the road a lot better. But just let me know what you guys actually prefer. All right. So now, when it comes to my old job, I've been working at my old job. You guys have probably seen it with the video, a little glimpse. My old job in Fremont was actually at the Tesla factory in Fremont. Been working there for, off and on almost 4 years now. It would have been 4 years in July. But today was my last day, and I decided to ride in on my motorcycle today. I live about a little over 70 miles away from that job, and riding in, I had to get up at around 3 o'clock, got everything ready, got dressed, got all my gear ready, left the house probably around 4, filled up on gas all the way, reset the trip odometer, and headed out. And this morning it was about 33 degrees Fahrenheit outside. But I had basically all my gear on. Got some new gloves, really thick ones. You guys might be able to see them in the video as well. I have the heated hand grips on full blast. I had my jacket, well, a hoodie, and the jacket that I wear, and other layers. I had my pants, and then on top of that was some rain pants to help block wind. And I rode out, and the first 10 minutes, it was okay. After 20 minutes, starting to feel it. 30 minutes, just like, this is a little bit too much. 40 minutes, why did I do this? 50 minutes, I actually didn't pull over. I pulled over at 50 minutes. Stopped at a gas station. Had to stand behind my exhaust for like 5-10 minutes to warm up my hands because they were just absolutely freezing. Went into the gas station, sat inside of their bathroom for like 20 minutes to warm up everything else. And by the time that I came out, I was all right. I only had an extra 20 minutes to go. So made it to work on time, thankfully. And yeah, I'm glad I don't have to do that again. I mean, riding on the highway in 33 degree weather, I think on the little wind chill chart that I have, I was experiencing somewhere around like -10 degrees Fahrenheit. Riding at the speeds that I was riding on the highway, which was 65 to 75, somewhere in between there. So that's extremely cold, extremely well below freezing, and doing that for a prolonged period of time really isn't pleasant. I mean, even with all the gear on, it does block the wind, and it blocked the wind relatively well. There's the little zippers that are on my jacket, got a little bit of wind through, but overall it blocked most of the wind. But the problem is the cold, it just accumulates and it just stays there. And so it's almost like having a layer of ice just laying on you, and over time it builds up and it kind of wears you down. But one of the perks of being a Tesla employee was that they have different shuttle locations throughout the valley area and surrounding areas around the factory. And where it is that I live, they have a shuttle stop about 10-15 minutes away. So usually, or what I was doing before I got the bike, I was riding or using my pickup truck to go back and forth from the shuttle stop every day when I had to work, which was very convenient. It saved a lot of money. You didn't have to ride all the way to work. Saved a lot of money on gas. It was great. And using the bike, I was also doing this. I was riding back and forth from the shuttle stop mainly. And riding back and forth from the shuttle stop, in 33 degree weather for just 10 minutes, I mean, it's fine. But doing it for over an hour, yeah, not so pleasant. Yeah. One of the reasons why it is that I'm actually leaving my job position, well, it's a lot of different things, but I'll just start off the work-life balance. When I first started this job, I was single, and at the time I was working 5 days in a row, 6 days in a row, sometimes doing overtime and volunteering to even work almost 2 weeks straight. But at that time, I was using my pickup truck. What I would do is I would drive all the way down there. I would park, and I would basically just camp out there all week. They had showers, or I also had a gym membership in the area for Planet Fitness. So I would just drive down there, park down there, camp out in the back of my truck because I have the camper shell on the back. And doing that was actually very cost effective. I still got the gas mileage that I get on my truck, but because I didn't have to drive back and forth every day, it was great. Life was great, making a lot of money, getting a lot of sleep, because I literally could just get off of my 12-hour shift, get into the shower real quick, was in my truck at around 8 o'clock or so, could sleep however long I wanted, 10 hours if I wanted to, get out of the back of my truck and walk right back into my little station that I had in the back. But as time went on, I went out to go back to school, got married. Now we have 2 kids. And obviously I stopped camping out all the way at Tesla. And the work schedules, they also change. So the work schedules, they no longer, at least where it is that I work in or worked at Tesla, they were no longer Monday through Friday or Monday through Saturday. It's now alternating work schedules. So my work schedule was Wednesday until Saturday, and then every other week Thursday until Saturday. So 3 days on, 3 days off, 4 days on, 4 days off, which was also a lot better. But for those days that I was working, I would have to get up. Well, this is my typical schedule on the day I was working. I would get up at 3:30 a.m., leave the house at 4, get to the shuttle station by 4:15, get on the bus at 4:20. The bus would then get to work by 6:10. Usually, sometimes it was a little late, sometimes a lot early. Just depends on traffic. Because going into Fremont, even though it's only about an hour and 10 minutes, if there's no traffic, usually the bus, especially in traffic, on Thursdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, there's always traffic. Saturdays, not so much. And that's why I chose today, Saturday, to ride the bike in. But anyway, I would get to work at about 6:10, then start my shift at 7. Work 12 hours, get off at 7 p.m., get back on the bus at 7:35, get home or to the shuttle station by 9:10, 9:15, and I would finally get home around 9:30. Sometimes I get home by 10 o'clock. So if you guys do the math, I was pretty much away from home from 4 o'clock until 10 o'clock. And so that left me with 5.5 hours to be able to eat, shower, and sleep. So I would use an hour to eat, use the bathroom, and shower. And then I pretty much had 4.5 hours of sleep every single day. And when you do that, for as many years as I have, it's just not very healthy. It puts a lot of stress on your body. So I've been studying, finding ways to make similar money, but also have a much better life-work balance. And the path that I chose was to get into IT and to
start to strive after a career in cybersecurity. So I started about a year ago, and got a couple certifications, started applying for some job positions, and was luckily was able to find a new job near my house, only 30 minutes away. So I still have to commute, but definitely don't have to be on the highway, and I can ride the bike, save a lot more money on gas than using my truck, knowing that I'm not going to be able to have a shuttle stop anymore. But only 8-hour work days, and I'll be able to get a lot more sleep and also be closer to home, more time with the kids. Everything just works better for everybody. And again, the school that I've been studying with is called Western Governors University. It's all online, and very thankful that I was able to do that, because with the amount of time that I had with my days off, maybe a little time in between, it was really helpful that I had that flexibility. And yeah, how the bike performed overall in traffic. As you guys see the video, there's multiple times where I was looking down. Mostly, I tried to look down as much as possible so I can, show you guys a speedometer. But I also looked up just so you guys to see some scenery every now and then. But yeah, as you guys see, I was able to keep up. Wasn't necessarily fast, but not too slow either. I was able to pass a couple of folks and mainly just keep up with traffic. I mean, this bike does okay. It's not a speed demon. We've already done the top speed test. We've already generally know how fast this bike can go. It was extremely windy today, so yeah. Top speed, really, even being at wide open throttle, I think the majority of the time I was probably hanging around 75, just like with the other video. Going uphill, being on the freeway, there were certain sections where I was going uphill, and dropping down to 5th gear really helped, because in 6th gear, going all the way up, I was dropping from 75 all the way down to like 65. But when you drop down a gear, you'll be able to stay closer to 70. Gives you a lot more torque that way. And halfway in, I don't know if you guys noticed, but like halfway into the video, my gas tank, even right now, is showing that I'm on E. And that was about 40 miles in from the 70 miles. When I had 30 miles to go, I was basically riding on E for the rest of the ride. And it was really kind of nerve-wracking, because I was unsure what type of MPG I was getting. But luckily, I was able to make it to the gas station, which we'll see here soon. But yeah, I really am looking forward to my new commute, because I won't necessarily be on highways anymore. I'll be on back roads. All right.
All right, y'all, I'm back home, and I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I went to the gas pump. You guys saw the pictures. You saw the trip odometer. You saw how many gallons I had to put into the bike. The overall MPG that we got today was 41 MPG. I was riding on the highway, wide open throttle, most of the way. So this bike was given basically all she's got the majority of the time. But she didn't complain. She powered through it. And that's just the type of performance we got today. As far as weight is concerned on the bike, everybody knows I'm over 300 pounds. And what I had in the boxes was, just a typical stuff you take to work. Have my lunch, water bottle, a backpack filled with, a laptop and other little things. I had my sweater in there too because it was, you know, colder in the morning. But yeah, man, that's the type of performance we got with 87 octane. What I did do while I was at the gas station, instead of filling it up with 87 octane, I decided let's go ahead and put premium in there. And so I put the premium in there, filled it up all the way. I then got the upper cylinder lubricant out of my garage and put that in there as well. And so we're gonna have to redo this test and see whether or not higher octanes make this bike perform a lot better in conjunction with the Lucas lubricant, or whether that's just what you expect to get out of this bike riding it on the highway wide open throttle. All right, until next time, guys, stay safe out there. Peace.